Okay, let the new season officially begin. We are now in season 46. I have War 1 right here, and we have a new tactic to deal with, and it is quite a tactic. It's great. I absolutely love this tactic. It makes me have so much fun playing this game. Either way, we're starting on path 1. We are going to fight this abs man here, and we're using Tigra. This is a really textbook fight as long as I know what I'm doing. I just need to make sure I throw my SP2 when his Uru form is not active, and try to get rid of his forms whenever he refines them, so that if I do get hit, I'm not going to pay for it that much. And so we have him right where we want him, except for some reason he threw his SP1 before I could throw my SP2. I don't know if my finger actually tapped slower or what, but I didn't get to throw my SP2 there when I was trying to. Weird, whatever. We're going to unrefine his form again, and then this SP2 is going to do it though. So, just like that Absman is dead. We're going to have to use a potion because of getting hit by that SP1. Unfortunate, but we're fine. Still finished with a lot of health. Oh, great, here's my first tactic fight of the season. Okay, so this is node 10, Masochism over time. And, I hate this node, but either way, we're going to do our best to fight this Gwen. We just want to get her to evade once, and then we can start placing cold snaps. We're just trying to bait out and evade first, and we're just still waiting for her to do it. She has a low chance to evade early, but once she actually does, then we can just get that frostbite. But the thing is, I have to make sure that I have not triggered Masochism, and I did trigger Masochism before I got the frostbite, and of course she's going to evade my special one. And now I'm like, okay, well, I'm getting punched in the face again, so I need to find a way to get that frostbite, and she evades my special one a second time. Like, come on, every single hit that I need to land, she's going to evade. I just need the first of the SP1 to land, and then we're fine. And now I'm going to get the cold snap, but we're going to die because of the special 2. Like, I was just trying to dash back. I wasn't even intending to bait that out, and she threw it, and it was a bad time. So great, we already died on our first tactic fight of the season. This is going to be an absolute disaster this whole season. I'm already putting it out there that if you don't enjoy watching people die in War a lot, then you can probably skip this entire season of War for me, because it's going to be constant, I can already tell. It's not just me either. Like, the entire battle group has played poorly. Our opponents played really poorly. Like, there's just going to be a lot of deaths on both sides this entire season, and it's just going to be a big torture fest. But now we actually have that frostbite. We actually got to do my thing before she evaded, so this is great. Now I just need to try to continue it. Elsa's evade's really cool how it works, where even if they're unblockable, you can still do the evade when you parry, as long as it's not on cooldown, of course. So what we're really just trying to do is keep our cold snaps going so that she's never going to be able to evade, and I had to trigger my Buster debuff so that I could place another frostbite, and now that while that's on cooldown, I don't have to wait too long, because that frostbite's going to last a while, and I'll be able to place another one with enough time once it comes back. We are going to trigger Masochism there, but I did have the relic to where I can just double medium right after, and then we'll be okay. So maybe not the cleanest Elsa fight on the second attempt, but she is going to die right there, and it definitely went way better than the first attempt, so yeah. Would have been great if I could have just had that solo instead of just destroying her on the second try. Would have been great if I could do it on the first try. Whatever. It is what it is. Alright, here we have Thing, which is way easier to fight this meta than Gwen. Thing has a very easy to dex SP1. I mean, I guess Gwen's is too, but you don't have to deal with the evade that Gwen has. So as long as we can count to 15, this guy is an absolute piece of cake. And I do have to remember that my evade does count as a hit, so that is crucial to remember, but it's okay. We bait this guy's heavy, double medium, now he's at 15, and we need to bait his SP2. He's obviously on the node where if you dash back twice in the span of 1.2 seconds, he's going to regen. But with so many debuffs, we do have Despair helping us a little bit. Once they fall off, obviously that regen is a lot more impactful, but right now at least, we're kind of chilling with the regen. It's not something we need to worry about too much. His protection's annoying because he takes a lot less damage from everything in it, but you know, as long as we are aware of when this guy's going to throw his SP1 so that we can dex it properly, he's really, really easy. Yeah, this node shouldn't be that hard, this meta, as long as I can get the tactic going when I need to actually block an unblockable special. Like, for instance, APOC, a special that I'm not really confident dexing that I fight in the next war, is something I do need to, like, actively try to intercept against, but against Thing, where I know how to dex his specials really easily. I don't have to try to intercept constantly. We just need to be aware of that route, and then we have a good time. So yeah, there goes that Thing. Was a long fight, but, you know, a lot of regen, a lot of protection. That'll happen. Doesn't matter, it was clean, so. Alright, next up, Hulkling on node 28. This is an absolute joke fight for Tigra. We just need to get to our SP2 and then it's lights out. I think I'm going to go into SP1 first, just to give myself distance once he throws his special one and try to get him to throw it, or throw a heavy, which also helps too. But once this guy throws his SP1, we're going to phase the last hit, and then, yeah, he's so dead. I think the first hit's going to actually whiff because he dexed it, but it doesn't even matter because the second and third, not the second, I'm sorry, the fourth, fifth, and sixth hits will get him, and then, yeah, he just dies with the SP1 right after. So next up, Kindred. I took this, actually, I'm not sure if I've taken this fight before, because I obviously wasn't taking Kindred with Tigra when Decay was around, but now that Decay is gone, I can use Tigra versus Kindred again. Tigra is my favorite Kindred counter just because the SP1 miss is super easy, so that once you counter him with your SP1, then he can't place his outbreak charges on you for a little while. So we just need to bait it, light, heavy, and yeah, now I won't have charges on me for a little while. That resist was a little scary, because if he got me on the third time, I probably would have gotten hit, but luckily I didn't. I probably should have baited his SP1 before I threw my SP2, just because I wanted another charge pause, but this is fine. We only lost 10% health and we killed him with the SP1. So yeah, in hindsight, I would bait that SP1 out before I throw my SP2. So something I do need to remember for the future, but either way. Next up, another tactic fight. This is against Emma, and Emma has Hazard Shift, Incinerate, and Poison, and Stun Immunity. Stun Immunity is not that big a deal because she's almost always stun immune anyway, and then Hazard Shift is just completely ignored by Penny's immunities. And you're going to see this fight go absolutely fantastically. I'm not going to say anything. We're just going to watch it happen. So I'm going to try to get an intercept, and then I was too slow on that one. But luckily I got that intercept there, so now I'm just trying to bait her SP1, but she won't throw it, so now I'm just going to throw my SP1 even though I won't be able to power drain her. And it whiffs. The SP1 just whiffs. I threw it at a perfect time, too. It's not like I mistimed it. It just, like, was a spacing issue. When I finished my fourth light attack, the SP1, the first two hits, just didn't hit her. Like, she didn't even have a chance to block them. Until she got to, like, the third, fourth, and fifth hits. Like, the first hits of Penny's SP1 just completely whiffed there. And had I have been able to get that SP1, I would have been able to bait a special attack right after and not eat a combo, meaning I would have had my taunt still up when she would have thrown her special attack, assuming she threw it after I knocked her down, which was likely. Which caused me to eat an unblockable special one because I thought I still had my taunt active. And again, I would have had my taunt active had the SP1 actually hit her, because I would have had enough time. Okay, so I'm gonna just give a death because my SP1 just friggin' whiffs out of nowhere. That's great. And just like the Elsa fight, you're gonna see how the second attempt goes as smooth as can possibly be. So, like the Elsa fight, I died with her at 96% health. And the Emma fight, I died with her at 94% health. And then it's just gonna go absolutely perfect on the second time. Like, why couldn't it have just gone perfect the first time? It's so friggin' frustrating. And so, Yeah, I'm even dexing these SP1s instead of blocking them, even though I have the taunt up, because I'm like, I don't need it, I can just dex it. Like the first time I was gonna block them, because I was like, okay, I'll still have my taunt up, but yeah, that went away because she comboed me and I didn't have enough time to bait the special while it's still active. Anyway, we're just baiting her specials now, and we're going to our SP2. Another thing about that last fight, like, if that didn't double crit, I probably could live and recover from it, but those daunted debuffs and the double crit just... It just toasted me, like, oh my gosh. Anyway, well, she got annihilated second attempt, of course. So that's fantastic. Alright, last fight of the war against this Adam. So normally I fight Adams on 47, this Adam is on 46, which isn't that big a difference. I just need to bait his SP1s, counter it with my heavy attack, and then we're usually okay. I'm not entirely sure if this is easier or harder than 47. It definitely didn't go as well as it does on 47, a lot of my attempts on 47, but I still got the solo, as you're gonna see. Yeah, it definitely, I'm not sure if this is harder than 47, but I know, like, it didn't go as well. I think the power gain increased here is actually more impactful than what's the increase? It's he has half the price of special attacks. There was just a stupid mistake. I should not have done that heavy attack because I knew his pod was incoming, but like I just forgot about the pod, unfortunately. And now the fight's gonna last a lot longer because he's at 10% and my senses are gone. So now I need to throw an SP1 just to get any damage back. And he's regenning now, so that's unfortunate. But either way, we get the sense back, so now I just need him to throw his SP1 and he's gonna die pretty fast because I have my extra burst damage. We gonna heavy attack here into our SP1, he's just dead. So yeah, a little bit messed up once he got to the SP2, and then I accidentally hit into his pod, but it was pretty fine after that. So we did win our war. Luckily, because the opponents forgot to finish 2 of the fights and did not 100% their battle group. If they did, it would have been incredibly close, because if they didn't die 3 times, then it would have been a tie. But, you know, a win is a win. A very lucky win at that matter, so we just need to hopefully get our death count lower on the next war. But we'll definitely take the win, whatever it takes. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I do hope that some people actually are interested in watching this season, even though there's gonna be a lot of deaths coming. But I'm gonna keep making them as long as I'm not like tortured by the game mode, which at the moment I'm not. But you know, it could happen. So, anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good one.